What's going on, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? Welcome to On The Bench Repeat, the series that you put on in the background whilst you hobby, build, paint along with me. That's good. We get stages done of our projects. Yeah, this is how it is. And I've decided that I've built quite enough of the Chaos stuff, although I have more to unbox and build. I want to start painting them now, and before I can do that, I need to get what I've got primed. Now, my biggest quandary was what colour primer to use. Oh, by the way, make sure you got your glues, brushes, paints and models and everything ready, and a cup of tea or coffee or something. I've got coffee. Oh, real coffee too. Now, thinking of starting with my Chaos Terminators. Now, the grey primer I got. Well, first of all, I was just gonna spray them, either or airbrush, And I thought, yeah, that's all well and good, but I do need to I need to follow my philosophy of learning my way around the models. They're all individual. They are not all the same, or Chaos. They're not even similar. So their iconography and the little details they got are all very vastly different. So yeah, I need to get to know the models, really. So with that in mind, I really need to hand brush my primer. Like I was saying, the normal grey I got is a bit too light. This Panzer grey is a little bit too dark, but that's what we got to work with. Ideally, I mean, Mechanicus Standard Grey would be okay, I feel. Stick these on to these holders here. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. Right, okay, so without further ado, this is how we're going to do it. I am going to attach the models to the little bottle top holders I've got, and then we'll see about the actual priming of them. Right, so let's get to the bench. Yeah, so that's good. So I'm going to start with my Terminators. I'm gonna prime them in German Panzer Grey. It's very dark, I have to say, but I don't think it'll put me off. See, I don't like really priming in black. It's not my favourite. Except on metal miniatures, I suppose. The old school stuff. So that's how it was always done. Yeah. That way you could always see the metal shining through. You always make sure you've got every inch of the model. I'll say inch. Every millimeter of the model. Right. So sometimes you put a dark primer on, you kind of can't see so well where you are. I think I'll be okay with these. I'm shook up the other one on the electronic paint shaker, so I'm going to have to do the same at least for this one. Just a little bit. I haven't used it for quite a while, so it really does need to be shaken quite well, you see. I'm going to use this little, what is it, it's a Nescafe Americano like coffee cup lid. Yeah, the coffee jar lid. Looks like this will be the end. Hardly any in there. Right, well, whatever. I've found a brush I'm going to use. I'll start with this guy with the big claws, like the kind of the Wolverine Terminator here. Yeah, I'm gonna get the primer on him. Now this is precisely why I need to do this by hand, because I can see exactly what I'm up against, see exactly what detail we got here and what or how I want to tackle it. So yeah, so if I was spraying, I wouldn't necessarily see all this. Robes and chains and skulls and trim. His armour, got bone. I think I'll do the claws on his left hand metal though, metallic. Like Wolverine or Freddy Krueger, like a Freddy Krueger aspect going on there. We're talking about Freddy Krueger for the Halloween's long gone. Well, actually, it's not long gone for me filming this, but it has for you guys by the time you see it. I mean, it has gone, it's past, but it's not long past for me. Everybody be on the countdown to Christmas now. That's fine. So, Mrs. Mini Warzone is currently out getting her hair done. I walked her down to the salon with Dylan, which is on Harbour Road. Then Dylan and I went on to the Axe Bridge, which is the oldest standing concrete bridge in England. And I put a little short up about it. I thought it'd be interesting, you know. It's where the Romans, it's over the estuary where the Romans invaded England as well. A lot of history here. A lot of history. Yeah, find my Roman coin one day and I'll be set up for life. Okay. So this way, hopefully, it's Panzer, German Panzer Grey. Hopefully, I can still see quite clearly, like when I put like the black on. Probably, I don't know whether to do Abaddon black or a matte black. That's a decision I'm going to have to make pretty soon. So, don't know what I'm going to do there. Oh well, cross that bridge when I get to it. See what I did there? Yeah, but the bridge itself is in pretty good condition, so you can see the old toll house now, which is just an occupied building. I don't know I think someone lives in it now, as on like a normal house sort of thing, although it's a strange sort of shape. There's several toll houses around here from the olden days, like horse and cart days and that. You know, around not just here, and Honiton and that as well, and Beer, and you know, Sidmouth and all these places. Yeah, they're all on the roads where the old highways, and probably where Dick Turpin would have robbed you. You know, on the old highways. I think they'd have a pub called the Highwayman, wouldn't you? Right, I think I've captured every element there, more or less. So we're priming Terminators. I mean, if I've got to go back over it, I've got to go back over it, you know, not a problem. Not a problem. I'm just going to get myself a sip of coffee. Oops, be careful. I don't want that paint to get on that cutting mat. They're not easy to come by these days. Not easy to come by, and I like them, the old school ones. Right, okay. So that's him. That's one down. So that's good. 11 minutes in. We've done one of those. That's good. Okay, let's move on to. No, we'll do the guy with the axe, I think, and then the guy with the sword. Yeah. Okay. I'm also in the process of stripping my old Dark Vengeance box set, Chaos Marines. They were painted okay, they were adequate, but I want to do them more justice now, and I want them in the Black Legion colours as well, which is what I'm going to paint these in, or my version of Black Legion. I'll look at the box art and think, okay, how am I? I know you used to get the kind of the colour scheme on the back of the boxes. They don't do that now. They tell you to go and log on, which is a shame. I prefer the old school way of doing it. But to be honest, I'm not going to pay any attention to what they say, because that's probably not how they get their desired effects anyway. I'm just going to look at the artwork, or the box art, as I call it, and think to myself, okay, how am I going to achieve that with my skill level and what tools I've got, and how am I going to achieve that? That's how I'm going to look at it. Yeah, I think these Chaos Terminators look phenomenal. It wasn't until I was like putting them together, and again now getting up close, I thought, wow, really good. I mean, really good. Yeah, it's a little bit lighter out than it was yesterday, weather-wise. Not bright by any stretch of the imagination, but better than yesterday. Tomorrow's our anniversary here, and Mrs. Mini Warzone's birthday. So we're going to have a chilled day tomorrow. I think I've managed to do him. I mean, I'll wait until they're all dry as well. That's good. Yeah, wait till they're all dry. So if I take the lid off of this pot here, I should be able to just use it like a normal paint pot. Right. Do this chappy with the sword. So yeah, Black Legion. So gonna have a lot of black. I'm gonna have a lot of gold. But I think for like my berserkers, I'm gonna do black and red. So I think that would be a really cool color scheme to have. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I love the fact that this one's got like a Space Marine helmet with the spike for it on the top of his armour there. I wonder what faction did he get him? Thinking Ultramarine. Yeah, got some Imperial Guard as well, I think. Helmets with spikes through them somewhere. But either way, we'll have some fun. I think I see a couple of Space Marine helmets, so you know, we could have a bit of fun with that. Have an Ultramarine, have a Blood Angel, have a Dark Angel, have Imperial Fist. Yeah, it'd be good. So that's 3 down. That's not bad. 3 down. We are 18 minutes in. Let's have a coffee. I may extend this courtesy to my Legionnaires as well. This primer, because I think it's going to work well. I do, because I think it'll be glaringly obvious when I start putting the black on, especially if it's like Abaddon black, which is a little bit shinier than the matte black, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. So you can see what I'm working on here. So what are you guys working on? Always an intrigue to me to know what you're working on here. Oh, yeah. A lot of these helmets have got horns on. There's a lot of horns on these guys, period. A lot of different guns here as well. That's why the skirmish options are going to be better for gaming, I feel. You know, whether it's Kill Team or Space Hardcore or whatever. You can be more specialised then. I was thinking about it. I was thinking about Necrons. And their thought went through my head about Necrons. I suppose Chaos can't really touch them, can they? They're like robots anyway. It's not like they're living, is it? Or can they? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it can corrupt tanks and other machinery, so maybe it can. Think of that. Chaos Necrons. Imagine that. Yeah, Chaos Necron. Ooh. But this is the difficult bit, seeing what I've done and what I haven't done. That's why what I'll have to do is I'll do these and then wait till they're dry before I move on to doing anything else with them. I could put the primer on other models, that's fine. You know. Yeah. That's 4 down. 4 down. 22 minutes in. I keep checking the time. That's good. That's good. Because I'm looking at it. I've just got this guy to do here now. Another axe. Yeah. Let's see if I can move these out of the way a little bit. Just a little bit. Oop. Over there. Let's have him here. So another sip of coffee. Yeah, like I said, I've got my Dark Vengeance box set. Terminators soaking in their second Dettol bath. So I might be having a go at them later. I don't know if they've had quite long enough in it, but yeah, we'll see. I really want them stripped completely bare so I can start again with them. Some fantastic models in that set. I forget how good they were until I went back in and had a look at them. Oh wow, they're just so cool. And initially I was thinking about putting them on different bases to bigger ones like these guys are, but well, the 32mm base, because they're on the old 25mm. I thought no, I won't actually, because they're going to be superb for Space Hulk with those little bases, you see. So gonna keep them on their bases. So that is something. Yeah, I don't know why when they made Space Hulk the board game, why they did the board, even the miniatures you get with it. Then I mean, they're not on bases, although I put mine on bases to make them look better. I thought they looked better. I thought I could use them in normal games of Warhammer. See, but the reality is, even without bases, they're too big for the squares on the Space Hulk boards, the tiles and that. They're just too big. Well, that little robot thing isn't, the little servitor, whatever it's called. You know, he's obviously alright because he's tiny, but the rest of them, yeah. Whereas if they're on the 25mm bases, they won't have a problem. I'd be tempted to put, if I was going to do another faction of Space Marines, to put them on 25mm bases anyway. Or try and make them old school Space Marines. Oops. You know, so that they can fit on the board easy and move around easy, and there's no confusion as to what square you're in, because it can get a bit confusing else. Well, that's the 5 done. Should start on these guys really. Don't have enough blue tack and tops out lids to do it, but we'll give it a go. Let's give it a whirl, shall we? Yeah, this is good. Get to learn my way around, work my way around the model learn all the nuances of it. See, that's what I like doing. I've always enjoyed priming by hand with with a brush over spraying any day of the week. Because of that reason, you get to know the model, and whilst you're priming, you can have ideas like, oh, right, when I get to that bit, I might paint that red, or I might paint that gold, or whatever it may be. So I've done this. I'll download this footage to my laptop. Then I need to get to work. Bit of editing, and then uploading. Then I've got some other work to do with Mrs. Mini Warzone's book, editing with that. So I've got plenty of work to occupy me. I would never be bored. Just to have enough time. Yeah, there's one done. Well, one to check when it's dry. Right, so I've got enough blue tack for one more here. Time are we at? 29 minutes. I shall have to dig out some more blue tack and bases. I can see that. Oops. That's fairly easily arranged. So actually, it's going to be. He's going to be like so, isn't he? Put in there. Just going to take my glasses off momentarily. And then I'm going to get some more blue tack and some more lids. I'll have you know. Right. Ugh. Any grunting and groaning, that's just me getting up because I'm an old fart. Right, so I need lids. That's the easy part. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I've got one there, so that's 9 lids. I'm just gonna pop to one side. And I'm gonna grab me some blue tack if I can. I can remember where it is. Right, where's the blue tack? Here we are. Bear with me. Technical issues. There we go. Got the blue tack. Put that over. Oops. Put that over there. And I've done. Oops! And I've dropped it again. Oh my gosh! My microphone dropped it twice. I was always doing that back in the old days. That's what led to me having to get a new one. Because when you got MS, clumsy becomes your middle name. Right, and my seat desperately need a new office chair. Oh goodness. Right. Where were we? Right. Putting primer on, yes. Yeah, so these guys are going to be classic black and gold. My Berserk is going to be gold and corn red. So I want to maintain some sort of visual allegiance to corn, you see. So technically I shouldn't be priming these models on this workstation because I don't want to get it dirty, see. Means I'm going to have to get up again in a minute to get some wipes. Gosh, what did my last slave die of? Oh, it was me, wasn't it? I am the slave and I'm the master. Ordering myself about. Get some wipes. Wipe up the side. It is a messy business. Wait till I get the toothbrush on the old miniatures in the Dettol bath. I try to be neat and tidy as much as I can be. So I'm off camera because the light's just not good enough there. Can't see what I've done, what I haven't done. Right, okay, so that, my friends, is another one. And this is the juncture where I'm going to put the brush into the water and put the lid on the primer. Didn't need that one in the end, did I? I'm going to get myself a wipe or two, trying not to break my microphone because they're very expensive, these microphones. Right. Okay, sure, I've got 2 wipes. Do come on. I have 2 wipes. Okay. And this is what I'm doing. This is why it's a chore, folks. That's why I need to do them on videos, you see. Ugh. Let's move him over there. Some of the paint is probably from before. Another time I was a bit careless, probably. But I promised myself, really, that I would only ever build on this workstation. I've kind of broken that promise somewhat. So, just see if I can clean it up a bit, really. Probably can't see it that well on the camera, but there is specks of black primer on this shape cutting mat. I do have another one which is more suited for the paint than this. So I'll get all the black off if I can. Yeah. Call me crazy. But like I say, these are hard to come by, these Citadel cutting mats. Can't get them anymore, see? They are shaped to fit this workstation, this painting station, perfectly. It's all to do with my nostalgic brain. Well, I just want to keep it as nice as I can. Do you remember that DVD Duncan Rhodes did? He's all being neat and tidy with his Space Marines. He said, "You don't have to be this neat and tidy." He's just trying to set it. Duncan's just trying to set a good example. That stuck with me. That. So I don't want to get this dirty. I really don't. It already is dirtier than I would like it. Yeah. I know this isn't very interesting for you. It's not very interesting for me. But it's giving my other miniatures a chance to dry. And it's also... It is giving me a chance to clean this up because it does need cleaning. There we go. Well, that is the best I can do for now. So I'm not going to do any more painting over this cutting mat. I've decided. I'll let what I got on the go there dry. I'll try and wash this brush up. It's quite good for priming. This brush, it's not bad. It's not a great brush, but it's pretty ideal for the task in hand. Now I've got this leftover a base. I think they must have given me an extra base in one of the packets, so I'm going to pop him away. And I can do that quite easily. I've got my... Oh my goodness. Do you know this... I thought my microphone had fallen on the floor again, but it isn't. I just knocked something else on the floor. I really do need to sort myself out. Bench is too messy for starters. Too cluttered. So yeah, I am going to have to do a bench tidy, which I did one earlier this year. So it's not been that long really since he had a bench tidy, but I appreciate how it kind of interferes with the I don't know, creative process, if you will. Is that right? Yeah, I think so. So what I'm going to do, I need to move this out of the way. I'm going to pop these miniatures onto the desk below me. And then I'm going to carry on the blue cutting mat. And this thing of beauty can go away, because that's where I build stuff, and I'm happy with that as it is. Okay, so I'm just popping out that way. Right, now that's to one side. Now I can get back to what I was doing. Okay, so what I need to do is pop my remaining Legionnaires onto base holders, or my lids. Oops, my Terminators are drying quite nicely. I'll just put them over there to one side a minute. Yeah, put them over there. It's only primer, so I'm not going to be too precious about how well the coverage is on this bit. Okay, blue tack. One thing I'm going to do, cut the paper off there. Chunk of blue tack out. This is new blue tack. Right. Pop this onto the first holder. It's been quite an epic sort of episode today. Things have been happening, things have been falling over, but I've been getting stuff done. This is like, you know, live TV, folks. It's like live, even though it isn't. It's pre-recorded, but it might as well be. Might as well be live for all the mishaps I'm having. Yeah, so Mrs. Mini Warzone's birthday tomorrow, so I am going to take Dylan out in the morning on my own while she stays in bed. I said to stay in bed for a bit, you know. We get precious little time to lay in. You know, make the most of it. So I said, you do that, that's fine. Poor Dylan, he was zonked out after his walk today. Completely zonked out. You know, he's knackered, poor boy. Absolutely knackered. Oh, I don't like that. Right. So just putting these onto the holders ready. And these bad boys will be ready for painting then, so quite looking forward to it. I find the hardest thing these days is deciding on the basing. So I've always been quite a lazy baser, it's true, but some bases I prefer quite a neutral base, something that will go with, you know, I don't know, like outdoor battlefield, and inside of a space hole, because you know, equally well, you know, like metal girders and that kind of thing. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got eight to to paint. Right, so back to the paint. Back to the paint. So here we are. Let's zoom in. So this is what we're doing. Beautiful shoulder Guard. They're all different, you know, these Chaos Marines. Very different. Ooh. I did a video many years ago now about priming with an airbrush, all the different types of models. That was a good video to do because that was I'm just thinking of it. This is how random my thoughts go. Thinking of it, it's just off the cuff. Thinking of it, I just thought I'll just do it. Didn't plan it. Just thought let's do it, you know. And it was very well received, which was awesome. I really must get my airbrush back in the game. So I do enjoy airbrushing. But I do, at the same time, as I said before, I feel it's important at this stage with these guys for me to do this by hand so that I can get a feel for the models themselves. And that is something you can't get when you spray prime a model, really. Don't look at it as closely and intently as you do when you're hand brushing it. Right. Let's see. Some of these guys have got helmets, some of them haven't. Some of them got like half a helmet. Weird. It's like in the Chaos, a lot of them, their bodies integrate with their armor and it's all part of them. I've got a box of Custodes as well, which I'm gonna paint up at some point, build and paint up. I think they make a fantastic Space Hulk little unit. Yeah, I think they would. I'll do some Imperial Guard as well, some Guardsmen. Guardsmen on the Space Hulk, I think that'd be great, you know. Obviously the threat is more to them because they're not as tough as, say, Space Marines or even Terminators. But I'll have to do some house ruling to kind of try and compensate that, or give them a couple more guys. But I'm looking forward to it. And there's really watching Steve's video for what he did for his Halloween playthrough game. That made me think, oh yeah, I can house rule. Of course I can. Forget about things like that. Right, let's do this dude with the pokey up bit. There we go. Oh, he's got a bit of detritus there, but that's alright. I will cut that off later. Something I missed. That was something I missed. Oh well. That's alright. I'm going to be paying a bit more attention to these guys for the painting, so you know, I'll make sure I sort problems like that out as and when I get to them. There, I think that's him done. Time are we at? 53 minutes. And I've got 5 more to do. I'll do 1 more. And then call it a day. It's been a very strange episode. I mean, cleaning my cutting mats as well. Those are laborious tasks that need doing. I had to hoover in here today as well. usually I do the hoovering. This is like the last room to get hoovered because it's just like my hobby room, but I like it hoovered anyway. So got that done earlier, so that was good. We're all, at the time of filming this, we're all in the process here of just changing over our summer clothes for our winter clothes. So we've had to dig all the winter clothes out, like the loft and the storage boxes that they're in, and swap them with the summer ones, because yeah. And we're getting some more furniture for the bedroom tomorrow. No, Wednesday, day after tomorrow, which we'll need to build. We're getting rid of some chests of drawers, some old ones that I've had for donkey's years, and they're brown anyway, dark brown wood. And we'll get some white just to brighten it up, because that's what the rest of the stuff we get these days is in white. It just makes it lighter and brighter and just feels better, I think. Right, that's this guy done. So the priming begins. And that's not a bad start, actually. Right. There, so thanks ever so much for joining me on this episode. Wasn't it a weird one? You know, what can I say? I'm a weird guy, you know. But hopefully you've got stuff done. Let me know what you're working on, and perhaps I'll see you on another video. Do give it a thumbs up, please. That really helps my channel. It's only a small channel, so everyone makes a huge difference to me. Thank you. Remember, all brushes lead to all. See you on another video. Bye.